work, I'll switch over to Twitch. Is this episode 6? I don't even know what episode I'm on anymore.
No, I think you guys already did 6. Let me look back. Of course they're not going to be in order. I'm already on your channel. Videos.
Oh, 5 was the last one. Okay, it is
Oh,
6.
we're live right now.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go, 6.
All right. You post the link and everything, and you're good in the doobly doo.
Yep, let me get that over to you.
Because I'm in the chat. I'll post over on DQT
Cool.
because you probably don't go on there anymore.
Cool. Yeah, I don't go on there too often. I'm just gonna be like, this is earlier than expected. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it is.
We're just a little late. We missed the reset by a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right. So you already have everything farmed?
I've got the 2A ranks done. I've got Khan and Slan to 5, and now I'm working on the other units.
Where'd my face go?
Hold on a second. Oh, it's gonna be gone for a second because I'm posting it all to all these channels.
Oh, okay, we're good.
You got there. Let me get these other places.
Oh, so you guys really go at 7:30 PST?
Yeah, 7 PST.
I did not realize that because I'm never up that late. Okay, that makes sense.
Which is like, when you agreed, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is great. I will see you then. Assume everything went to plan, and
Well, because I said, oh, that's 4 EST, right? And you're like, yeah, sure.
sure, yeah.
It's whatever time you want it to be. Like,
I am totally okay with this.
so then I thought I missed the time that we were supposed to go, and I felt bad. I was like, oh man.
And then I'm like, oh, he wanted to go here, and now, well, fuck.
Yep. No, I'm dumb. You said normally do 7 p.m. PST, but we could switch it up. I'm like, is that PST? Because I'm a fucking
I'm
idiot.
like scrolling up, like, wait a second.
You're like, yeah. And I said, works for me, because I meant to say, is that EST? Or something. I don't even know what I meant, because nothing makes sense.
Okay, got that out to every place. Let me get this back over here. That's good. Okay, that's good. Is everybody able to hear Lawliet? Please, I did a sound test. I did one, I swear.
Yeah. F's in the chat for hearing Lawliet. Ooh, I like the glasses. Me and my kids are on the Don Flamingo arc in English right now. Right, we're on like, I think we just broke 680. So
Wait, they're only the 680 in English? They're on like
I
almost
English
a thousand.
is like 706. I think is the newest episode, but they just came out this year.
Jesus Christ.
So
Okay
you
then.
figure I had my son start watching when he was 5 years old. He's gonna turn 10 in 2 weeks, and he's been watching like basically 2 episodes every weekend religiously for his entire life.
And I read the manga, which came out a couple days ago, and it's still nowhere near done.
Yeah, I think I might be like 2 chapters behind on the manga.
I think I'm on 1018.
All
All
right.
right, we will start here in a second.
All right.
Everything's
So do you
out.
have a list of because I know normally Nib is the organized one. He has like a list of demands and things to talk about.
Ha! I don't have any of that shit. We're just gonna wing this.
Perfect. I love it. I
You
mean, I have
assume I
plenty
have a
of good
list and a
things to
plan?
say. No, I did not assume. No, I wanted to ask before I forgive before I give mine. But no, it's pretty sick. Um, so how far are you into farming all of the stuff that needs to be farmed? First of all, how many are farmable? Is it 8 or is it 10 new units?
So let's see here. We are looking at, so you've got the 2A ranks, and then
Yep.
you've got a bunch of B rank units. It's 10, I believe, but I'll double check. I'm gonna
I know there's 10 new units, but I wasn't sure if some of them were in hard story or if they're all in the event.
So they are all in the event. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So the 2A ranks. You've got 4B ranks this time around, and then you've got a C rank and a bunch of Ds. So you can get all these guys from the towers, and you do
That's
the normal
excellent.
story. You go through, and then it's weird how they broke it down because on one hand you go through the one tower with Khan, and those are just normal recruits. But then you go to the other tower with Slan, and those are awakening crystals, and then you turn those crystals in for units, which I'm not sure why they did that.
I, I did complain about that, and that's probably the only complaint I'll have about this entire event. Everything else is just going to be sucking freaking Square Enix's dick over here because this event is the best thing that's ever happened at DQT. Like, I think it's just easy to say.
I mean, aside from the anniversary event that's coming, which I mean, this is like a good opening for it. I mean, we're gonna have, we've got plenty to do. We don't even have the full event yet. The 8th is when Nimzo drops and the second battle road and a couple other little things, and then we get a third part to this event afterwards. So we've got 2 more parts to go. And you're like, well, they've already given us all the content. There's more? Like, yeah, there's more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where Dragon Quest V begins and where half anniversary ends because they run right into each other, right? Because this event goes clear into next month, like the beginning of August, and I believe the 27th or the 28th will be the 6 month anniversary. So killer stuff to come for sure.
And
It's
that's
it's not a good
assuming.
time to be a chicken little about the game. If you're a naysayer and you're talking trash about DQT, you're in the wrong place.
Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, if you can find something to bitch about now, it's like really you need to go play something else because I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they've given people orbs. People cried about orbs. They've given you plenty of units to farm. You've got a multitude of stuff to unlock. I mean, my wife started playing the game a couple days ago, and she's already got both the new A rank units from doing the missions, and her box is pretty minimalistic. So like, even it's nice playing from a new player perspective because I am so far removed from them. It's not even funny just to see how they have to like do things and struggle through stuff, and I'm over here like, oh, I can't rely on any power. I have to actually use my brain for some of these fights. What the fuck?
Yes, some of the fights are getting hard. Like in the hard story mode, I had to actually like listen to some people in Discord. They were like, "Hey, you need to sleep the walrus, right?" Like, and I was like, "All right, fine. I'll freaking sleep the walrus." I wanted to just bash his head in, but he attacks twice, right? And he has like that crit attack still, and he just always hits. It's nuts.
That's another thing. They actually gave us the most of the July stuff in June. Like their roadmap had, hard chapters 5 and 6 slated for July, and I'm thinking, okay, we gotta wait to next month, and then DQ5 comes out, and they slide that stuff in on the back end too, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll rank up my True Lord Dragon form then because I can finally farm materials again. Yay!
Yep. And those fights were so hard that if you didn't go into them like strategically, which me and Kage never do, but Kage has way more power than I have on my account. So he'll just smash like things. But on the other hand, I got to the point where I did try to sleep them, right? And then I still got like critted or whatever, and I peed my pants. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do the revive for 50 gems and just be done with this because I need the orb. So I revived twice on. I don't know how many. There was like 6 new hard missions or whatever. 2 of them I did use revives on to get through.
And that's pricey because that's 50 a pop for most people. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for us, but I'm able to power through them, but I wasn't able to go back later and do like my 3 over 2 strategy with those stages where I put in like 2 really solid units to just clean up and 3 really crappy guys in the back end to farm materials. I still had to actually play those missions if I
Yep.
was going to use lesser units. I couldn't just power my way through it. And I'm like, okay, well, I hope there's not a hard 7 and 8 because this is starting to scale really, really messed up and it's going to be awful.
Well, I think it's really good for the game, though, right? Because you have to have content that drives people to do one of two things. One, you spend and you get more stuff so you can smash harder, or it drives people to get creative. And then if you can't beat it yourself, you can always wait for somebody to come out with a guide, and then that helps develop the content creator space where we have a lot of people, Nocturne and InsanEvil and Ointments and all those guys that are putting out clear videos that help people like myself get through the game.
Right, and yeah, I've tried doing guides before, but it's just like it's more fun if I just do a video where I just beat the shit out of things. We're gonna have a 3 bride fight soon, and I'm gonna see if I can just manhandle them. That's coming. That's gonna be fun. Just
Yeah.
absolutely destroy them, or
Well,
get
you
destroyed.
you and me are not good people to make guides because of just the way that we play the game, right? So like you play from a power perspective where you can clear, but that doesn't mean anyone has those units to clear, right? So it doesn't help them at all. And then I have probably much closer to an average person's box these days. But at the same time, I don't have the skill necessary to make those units do the things they need to do.
Right, right. So it's like I'm like super just beat 'em up. I've got as many mastery points as possible from just grinding everything out. And it's just like, well, yeah, maybe you have some of the awakenings, but did you also grind out everything too, or did you re-roll your
Hmm.
equipment to a certain way? And it's like most people can't. I mean, I think I'm over like 2.5 million gold for the account now, something stupid.
Yep.
So it's just tenure, tenure at this point.
I do like that about the game, though. It does give us something for being day one players. You know what I mean? It's hard to overcome, but that's not saying that it can't be overcome. Because I do want to talk about um, what is his name? Let me go to my Discord real quick. The new number three, right? I think he'll be number two in a couple days. Um, Artia. Artia is like our new big whale player. He's not like super new, but he's been playing for a few months and climbing the leaderboard. But a month ago, he was not in the top 20, and I just noticed, I think 2 days ago, that he was number three. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
He's definitely. I mean, he's maxed out. He's maxed out most of the general pool. He's got Zoma to 4, True Lord Dragon form to 2, which I can't use that as a measure anymore because they did that 35 DQ banner event, which, I
Right.
mean, if people slept on that, there's something wrong with you because that was like the best value banner I've ever seen them do. Like, here, we're going to give you a limited banner unit guaranteed, and most people got like 2 or 3 on the side too. So it's like, if you
Yeah,
did
that
not buy
was
those, yeah.
unbelievable. I got my Queen Slime, which felt really, really good because I would never want to pull on a Queen Slime banner, like ever. All right, because and I not only hit Queen Slime, which is a very good utility unit in my opinion, and is pretty good in arena, but I also hit the A rank, the Dragon Slime, so that felt ridiculous. I hit Baramos on the other one, which didn't feel great, but I mean, hey.
I lucked out because I was like, I better not get a Baramos or a Zoma copy, and I didn't. And I was like, oh, thank God, because they're
Oh
maxed. But
yeah,
you
because you
know,
have those max, dude. Oh, that's
so I'm
gross.
like, don't do it to me, because I already have one extra Zoma. If people look at the account closely, I pulled 2 on one of them, and I was like, fuck.
Oh,
So yeah, I've got six Zoma dupes. So yeah,
thanks to all the tickets we've gotten, right, with the brides, I finally have my first maxed unit. I have a great troll, level 90, maxed out, and I pulled an extra one, which really sucked. So not only did I hit my first max unit, I also hit my first, whatever you want to call it, like extra S unit.
like just like a spare on the side. Great Troll's not bad. I was able to use him. Where was it? In Pizarro's Peak on that one like Prusilis fight or whatever. He was pretty tanky. Like he was able to go in there, do some solid damage, and I was able to use some other units to clear. And people had like always downplayed him. So it's like, yeah,
Not
no,
not to dig up the past, but our boy Jax was a big fan of two units that back then people did not talk about, which was RR, which everybody now agrees is great, right? And Great Troll. He said Great Troll had the best like HP defense combo in the game, I guess. So he had already orbed him back when 100 was the highest level, which is funny to think of, but you know. Now that people like to joke that Artia is Jax, right? It'd be super dope if he was. What I can tell you is Artia has talked to me in private, and he has said he's not Jax,
Yeah,
which is
he's not
disappointing.
Jax.
You know, I would love it to be Jax. Sorry, Artia. You know, I'm sure you're a great guy, and I'll get to know you and stuff. But you know, we miss our boy. But he did say that he was open to the idea of coming on to my renewed podcast, right? And I'd like to introduce more of the newer players, right? So I'm gonna have like Foxy on. I'm gonna have this week we're having on Trop. Um, and then we're going to try to get on InsanEvil and Nocturne as well in a text format that I haven't really come up with yet.
Oh, like a courtroom thing. And yeah, Artia can't be Jax because Artia has an S4 Great Troll. So yeah.
Ooh, that is a good one right there. Yeah, he with all these extra orbs, he definitely would have orbed the Great Troll by now.
But he has been around forever because he has a Max Awakened Great Dragon. So I mean, he's been around since
Or
DQ1.
or is that a Green Dragon? Yep.
Yeah,
So
he has to have been around because there's no other way you can get Max Awakening on a Green Dragon or Great Dragon rather.
right, and he did say that he was not into Discord or Reddit or anything like until recently. So and he's in your I'm sure you know, but he's in your
Oh yeah,
Discord.
everybody and their mom's in my Discord.
So for anybody watching, if you're not in his Discord, like there's got to be a link in the doobly doo or something around here. Go join. It's a great place to hang out. Good people there. A lot of people with bad memes. All right. If you see anyone with my picture, my look-alike, it's not me. None of them are me. Um, other than the one that is me. But no, it's a lot of fun. We have a great time. So let's talk about all the different things that this event brought, right? So everybody kind of knows, but I want to go through the things and get your take on like how awesome you think they are. So if we start from the bottom of the event, right? One of the first things we got was the hard story, right? Which was great because now we can farm what is it? Triple question mark units, right? We can farm the materials to be able to awaken them to S6.
Right, and that was like one of the things I was waiting for because Trop's like, oh, you should just S6 your True Lord Dragon form, and I'm over here like, well, I already S6 my Zoma, my Baramos, and what was the other one I did? My Zoro. It's like, well, that's 48 tokens right there. I can't do anything else. So it was like, oh, fuck. And then this came out. I'm like, yes. So, I mean, absolutely was happy. Plus, you could also get to 100 mini medals now. So I still need to get 4 more personally to get that staff. But it
Oh
just,
my god,
yeah.
I got the staff before you.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Oh, I
Battle,
finally grinded something before you. That's
I'm
awesome.
lazy on battle roads. I just max out the XP and I haven't gone back and done the deathless yet on some of them, which I could probably do like easily now, but I don't know. I've just been leveling.
Now, and here's a great point. All right, so one of the amazing things about the design of this game, right, is battle roads make it so no matter who it is, pull my mic closer. I'm quiet. Turn me up, Kage. All right, I can't shove this thing much more in my mouth.
God.
All right, otherwise we're gonna have to change the rating on the stream. um,
It isn't kid friendly. Get the fuck out, Kirby.
all right, is that close enough for you?
That sounds better. And I moved mine closer too, just in case they meant
Right, who they were talking to.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Kage's quiet. That's good. All right, perfect. So I didn't need to deep throat my mic. Oh,
Hot.
well. Sometimes it's just for the love of the game. All right, but no, I think it's great that even somebody like Kage, who has ridiculous amounts of mastery levels and obviously a really stacked box, he still has to play the game the same as me when it comes to the BRs, right? Like you still have to like level up the abilities, S6 the units, which you already S6 the units. Let's get that out of the way, but and then grind the levels, which you probably have already done, but that's really annoying because you're a non-auto clicker, which people don't realize. There's people out there who do that, right? You might be the only one left, but man, that's
Insult
tough.
for injury, because I got the horse to 100, and then I pulled the fucking bird, like, yesterday. So now I'm regrinding out the same damn battle road. The bird's like 80 now, and it's just like, I could have been done with this already before the Nimzo battle road comes out, but no. So here I am doing this again.
Yeah, and the only reason I beat the BRs is because of the what is it called? The Discord that Pack has, the DQT guides hub. So I mean, if you haven't gone there, it's where you get the guides. It's how you clear the content if you're lazy like me. Um, so yeah, that was killer. Good stuff. I like the BRs. I like all the stuff we got from the BRs. Haven't actually used the staff yet, but I have 102 mini medals now, so I'm waiting for them to make new stuff to get, right? Because why do they let you get more than 100 mini medals with no reward?
That's weird. Although, if I remember correctly, it goes up to like 120 or 130. Somebody sent me a screenshot before of like the newer rewards. Let me see if I can find that. So there is more stuff coming. I just don't know when exactly.
I wonder what it is. I hope it's not an orb, right? I get enough orbs now. I'm sitting on 6 orbs, so I just need more units. I got my hybrid up to S6. That feels good. 105 is 2 irises. That's garbage. Well, that's gonna be a joke.
Yeah, 105 is 2 irises, 110 is more gems, 115 is armor, 120 is another 2 iris.
Oh wait, 2 iridescent orbs. That's totally
iridescent
different.
orbs, yeah, 2
Okay.
orbs. And 125 is 100k gold.
100k gold is nothing to sneeze at.
That's
Also, can
good
we bring
gold.
up the fact that they gave us a crap ton of gold between all these social media events and stuff? I didn't count, but I feel like it's 100k gold or so.
They gave a lot. Like it's easily 100k gold plus then I mean the shop had a bunch of gold and even this new tower event for DQ5,
Hmm.
the return rate on the gold is like 1 stam per 10. So you're farming new units, you get new units, you've got a really high stam to gold return rate and you're getting some XP for your units. It's if you're looking for gold, you got to do that one tower with Slan. It's just that is a really good event. It's like a triple threat.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event. Grinding the units. I do dislike once again that I can't see. For whatever reason, I can't see how close I am to getting all the awakening crystals at any point without going into the awakenings. Right, I'm very scared that I'm going to AFK farm, right, and get too many crystals. Which of course don't do anything for you. But since Oinkman's brought, this is the second time somebody brought my hat. So this is an Astro Boy hat, not a Mega Man hat, and I got it from Loot Crate. So
Oh, I told
where I
people you
got
got it at Target. My bad.
it. Sorry, dude. I don't have a target within 3 hours of me. Don't joke.
I'm
All right?
sorry. I'm sorry for your life. That's rough. At
But
least you got Walmart, right?
I do have a Walmart. Yep, they came in and made every other business in my city close, but or town, I guess. But all right, so we had the DQ events, right? That was kind of enjoyable. Story is great. Even the BR story is great.
I
Then,
always hit skip, so I don't really know what the story is.
oh, that's unfortunate. All right, then we have the Nightmare Towers, right? I thought those were super fun and interesting. I like that once again they're you actually are recruiting the units, which feels better. But anytime you give me like a progressive set, like it makes me feel better. I know it's not really that much different than Sorrow, where it was 5 things, right? And then you go up a tier. But I'd much rather see them visibly above each other for whatever reason. It makes me feel like I'm actually progressing towards something.
Right, and this tower again. What they did with this event is interesting because one tower's more for gold, and then the other tower's more for experience. So if you're hurting to level up units, you just need to start throwing them into the con tower and just getting them leveled because it's like 3,200 or XP for very hard con, and I think he's like 16 stam to do that mission. That's insane. That's a really good return rate. Not super good return rate on XP, but getting an A rank unit you're going to use because you are going to use Khan. Khan's got a really good box. I mean, he's got a whoosh spell that sleeps targets. I mean, he's got, a single target frizz, a decent little pushback if you need to use it, and he's not hard to get, and he's definitely not hard to max awaken. So it's like, why not get him up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a big CP grinder, so of course I already got him, and I almost finished my whatever the other guy is, Slan.
I haven't played with Salon too much. I've used him a bit and just dragged him along, and then somebody's like, "Oh, hey, there's going to be a battle road next week with him. You should stop carrying him around." So he's like 80 something, max awakened already. So I already fucked that up. But he looks
I
like a
did save
decent
him for
user.
the BR.
He looks
He
like a really good unit.
His issue is he is a fire beast, just like Hellion, and I don't think he outclasses Hellion. He has, I think, the same move, or at least the computer version of him has four move. I don't know if he actually has four move or if he's three, but very similar kit. The only difference is he does have a ranged attack that will hit two instead of just one in front of him, right? So maybe he has slightly different cases, but
I'll have
um,
to compare their stats because I'll once I get him to 100, he'll be max awakened, and I'll look at him side by side and see if there's really any value in him.
that would make a great video for sure. And I guess he might have a bang attack as well. I only remember the Sizz attack. So yeah, he does have a Sizz and a bang attack. All right, and then we had one tower that went up, the Nightmare Towers, and then we had the Talon Tower, which goes down, right? But that goes instead of just being like 5 levels, that is 30 levels, but only one difficulty, right?
Right, one difficulty, it's progressive, and then once you get to stages 26 to 30, it no longer costs stam. Those are kind of like bonus stages just to farm to get the stage clear and to get the what's it called, the achievements the first time around. Which is I was like, oh, that's a little bit different. So they made these to where realistically, if you're playing the game, you only really need to go to 25 just to get what you need to get cleared out of there and just to farm. But if you want to do some stages with a little bit higher difficulty, there's no risk for you to do so. You're not going to lose any stamp for failing those stages, so that was kind of cool.
I think that's really cool. And one of the biggest things in this game is going to be balancing hard content with the fact that things cost stamina, right? So when you get the stam refund on Orochi, that's fantastic. I wish we would have got it on release because you've mentioned this many times. There's not going to be a time to do Orochi in the future. Like it sucks because you're going to have to pull away from doing something else, which is the position I'm in because they still haven't actually taken the time to clear Orochi. So, but
Right, because as of right now, I only did 5 Orochi last week because I needed 5 to get him awakened, and then I'm gonna space out doing my 10 this week and doing another 10 set next week, and then I'm done. I'll never do it again. Like it's over.
yeah, and that's a great place to be. Unfortunately, I think most people are not in that situation. You're obviously very ahead of the curve as usual, but I'll be happy once I just get one. I just need like he's an easy 3K CP, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean
free to
he's
play.
yeah, and then
Well,
the
I shouldn't say
sword's good
easy
too.
because he's hard to get, but yeah, both him and the sword combined is probably going to be like 3,500 CP that I need. So definitely.
I mean it's easy if you go the snail route where you do like the lesser stages. But even then, it's like if you're gonna do that, you want to at least somehow get to clear 8 for a chance at the sword, and maybe just stay there because 8 you could get away with Stone Golem. You can you've got more leeway there, whereas opposed to 10, and that's like, well, now I need to get a unit that can clear these guys up. I need, I have to have like 10,045 HP on Baramos to keep him alive long enough to be able to kill everything and not get killed. So it's 10's very dicey, but I think 8's doable for most people at this point.
Yeah, my goal is I want to find a good strategy for 8 or 9, preferably 9, but right, at least 8. Or I want to beat 9 once and then go back to 8 and then continue through there. But um, I just don't think like the math on doing 6 over and over and over every week just doesn't seem worth it to me as far as how much stamina it costs. So
Well,
I'd rather just do better.
how many scrolls do you get out of 6? Do you remember?
It's like nothing. Yeah, it doubles to go to 7.
Oof, because I
Because I've
mean,
done 7 and I was like, wow, 7 is like twice as many scrolls. Like that's crazy. And I think 8 is almost twice as many scrolls, right? I think it just doubles like each time basically.
I'm trying to remember how many 8 was. I think it was like 6 or 700. I don't remember. I just know that 10's 1,000, and then anything else under that, it's just not worth your time. But I mean, even if you're getting like 700 scrolls on 8, that's still better than getting like 400 scrolls or 200 scrolls on 6 because you've got to. I mean, you've got to spend like 2,000 stam to get Orochi doing it that way. That's awful. Like that's not a good way to go at all.
Yeah. Here's the numbers they were kind enough to give to us. So 6 is 100, 7 is 250, 8 is 500, which is a good number. With 8 you can grind it out in a reasonable amount of time. 9 is 750, and then of course 10 is 1,000 for those big ballers who can pull that off. So we absolutely love the tower. We love that the last 5 levels are pretty difficult. I think you actually have to like play the game, right? I autoed all the way to 26, I think, and then 27 through 30 I had to actually play.
I autoed everything. I just switched out my teams. I'm like, oh, I don't get any XP for this. Okay, A team, go, crush him. You got this.
I like the way that they did the third medal. A lot of them is like play with a certain recruitable unit on your team and win the fight. So I thought that's kind of cool. And then you can of course use your skip tickets after that.
Oh, I still got to go back and do that to get those extra. Well, I don't really need any tokens for this event. I'm already farmed out most of the stuff in the shop. Like, this is like the opposite of the Giuliante Summer Festival, where it's like, don't buy most of the stuff in here, kids. Stay away. Now it's like, you're going to end up buying everything. Have fun, I guess.
It was a really fantastic shop. So let me see. So they had 20 gold exchanges for 1,000, right? So that's 20K. Then they had one exchange for 10,000 gems. So that's 30K gold without doing the infinity gold, right?
Right.
Then we have books and scrolls as usual, no big deal. I don't really care about the hero orbs or the mystery pearls, or any of the basic mats. But I did get all those skip tickets were fantastic. I'm sorry, not skip tickets. I meant the recruit tickets, right?
Right. Well, I like the what's it called, the hero materials in the shop, because it worked out for my wife, because she didn't even have to get through most of the story to unlock the stages to farm them, because I was able to get her near to, like, 4 almost instantly from just buying the shop materials. So it's like, hey, you don't have to clear story chapter 10 yet. You could just go to the shop, farm some tokens, and there you go. You've got like an instant near to like S4. Have fun. It's
Yeah,
so broken.
absolutely. And of course, the iridescent orb was fantastic. The hero fragments, right? I'm all down for that. Anybody can get some stamina herbs, irises, right? And it was a decent amount of irises, right? Was
Yeah,
it 10?
10. So
Yeah, that's
that's
fantastic.
2 A ranks to 6.
hmm And then I grabbed the EXPs because I can never have enough EXP.
Oh no,
So
I just start chugging those. I mean, at this point, I shouldn't. I should hold back because I think I need like 15 units to max level, and I'm done. And there's only one unit out of them that's battle road farmable, and that's that bird that I'm doing right now.
yeah, they gave us a fantastic loaded store that will refresh probably on the 8th, and I mean definitely on the 8th, and then possibly on the 14th again, from what Marco is saying.
I hope so, because I mean, I could go look right now, but my shop's starting to get bare bones from just all that heavy farming I've been doing getting those units. It's not looking good.
When you give 10 units to farm, like that was my complaint last time, right, with Giuliante, is there was like no reason to go and do the levels because you farmed the ghost and then you're done. But now you have 10 times more reasons to farm. So I'm sitting on like 4K extra tokens right now that I don't really want to spend until the shop refreshes.
See, meanwhile, I'm like, I'll just start buying tedious shit, and then I'll just have more for later because, I mean, I've got 2 of the units done. There's 8 left, and I'm working on the cactus right now. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll try and keep my nature rank, so I'm just gonna farm the nature guys first, and those will be the next 2 I knock out of the park.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I don't think farming all 10 of these is going to be that easy. Like normally in like 3 or 4 days, we're done farming everything. This event has already been out for a week, right? And or almost a week, and I've only got 2 units farmed out of the 10.
Right. I mean, maybe the drop rates are better. I mean, I always go for the A's first because those are the ones that are never going to come back. They usually sneak the other ones in somewhere else down the road. Like, Wordle ended up becoming back into the story. You could farm him. and he's able to be obtained in a couple of the other units we got back on a couple of the events. So it's like anything that's B or below, you'll have a chance to see it again. But if it's an A rank in an event, chances are you may never see that unit again. So you just have to
Absolutely.
you have to jump on them. You just have to get as many awakenings as you can. At least try for 4 just to get the resistances and go from there. But don't sleep on those, because there's people to this day who are still like, I fucking hate this game. I don't have King Bubble Slime. It's like I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
If
it
you're
is what
free
it is.
to play and you don't have a King Bubble Slime, you're having a bad time. Because the odds of you pulling, specifically Hell Gladiator isn't great. That was the last S unit that Kage ever got from the general
Fuck
pool.
that.
You know what I mean?
My wife got him like fucking 10 pull number 2. I was like over here just thinking to myself, oh, you motherfucker.
Yep. So next up we have Bjorn the Behemoths, right? Great localization naming. DQ is known for it, right? They have just the best localization naming schemes. I have done both the clears. I did not leaderboard it by any means, right? I think I did it in 4 instead of 2 or 1. How did you do on the hard mode for?
So I can clear him in 2 turns. It's just I've got a decent roll on the robe, so I'm just stockpiling keys, and I'm like, I guess I'll get around to doing this again at some point, because I've already gotten the 10 for the orb. I went and just did 10 really quick just to knock it out, just to have the orb extra, because you know me, if I can get something done, I'll just finish it. And then I even have the 500 knights done. I think I'm at 700. So people are freaking out, how do I farm 500 knights before this ends? And I'm like, you've got over a month. And I had 300 knights day 2 or 3. So it's easy to get. It's just farm the A ranks first, because that's where the knights are going to drop the most from. If you do very hard,
Exactly.
you'll get those knights done. And now it's well, I'm getting 3 keys. So, stupid rewards, because they don't expect you to go past 500.
I'm glad they have a reward though, so it's better than nothing. But yeah, so I think the math turns out basically if you run average on your drops, if you farm both of the A's all the way to 5 awakens, then you will end up getting roughly 500 of the slime knights killed, which will get you the orb. And that's, like I said before, you even start farming the other 8 units that you probably want to at least get a couple awakens on. Even if they come back in story, it's usually a worse drop rate. Take the easy value.
I would say if you had to go through it and you had to figure it out, A ranks first and then B ranks, because those are always they're going to be a pain in story. I mean, what was it? Back when we had the half stam event, I can't tell you how many stages I had to do just to get Tusketeer to 4. It was just, it was awful. It's he's 4 stars, it's great, but, him to 4 stars, Belrith, and then they came out with those extra Battle Road stages, and, well, those guys had value again. So it was well, even the Sabercat, the B rank Sabercat, finally had a really good use for this road with Khan, because they introduced him here, and he's just going in there hitting motherfuckers for 400 damage a pop. It's great.
Yeah, and here's one thing I'll say. And I know this has been a suggestion made to Malcolm, and please don't message Malcolm really ever if you can. Everyone's already messaging him all the time, giving him every possible piece of thing. And he listens to all the DQT content, which let's be honest, me and Kage tell everyone what they need to know anyway. There's no need for anybody to talk to him. But I think that the next time we have a half stam event for story or whatever, instead of going half stam, the respectful thing to do to people like me and Kage is make it regular stam, just double the rates, right? Double the drop rates, and then we don't have to play as long, because we had to play twice as long that week. People didn't figure that out. And actually, we had found a little glitch in the matrix, right, where they were rounding down. So any odd amount, so if it was 5 stam per the event, it was only 2. So now we were doing 2.5 times the amount of playtime while we were grinding all of our Lucifers and all our other.
Because the Lucifer stage was 9, so it's oh, now it's down to 4, and it's oh, okay. Well, I mean, I sat there on that entire podcast with you and Platt, and I still had more to do after I got off with you guys that night. And I was fuck. This is brutal. I'm I need more skip tickets, please. I'm I bought all the skip tickets that week. I bought as many packs as possible. I'm
I think I spent like 8 hours a day grinding during that event because that's what it took to use all my stamina. Like that was just the 6 refreshes was, and I think you might even gone more than 6 refreshes, right? So
Yeah. Let's say I think I did 12,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
which is what Alti was doing too. So like that's just a lot of playtime. So
But
just be kind to us. Double the rates. Keep the stam the same, and we can get twice the amount of them without playing twice the number of levels. So that's all I have to say there. A little Q quality of
I'm
life.
cool with that because I mean, then we could maybe get that damn dragon more of that gold dragon out of story, the new missions they put out. I mean, it cost me like I want to say like 6,000 stam to get 10 copies of them. I fucking hate that thing.
Dude, I struggled to get one, and then I got the one, and I was like, I got him. We're done. Like, all right, so of course we have the waifus, right? The DQ5 Circle of Water Quest, right? So I got mine. I named it after my wife, and I got the one that looked the most like my wife, right? So which one did you get?
I got Bianca, and then I ended up getting Deborah on the back end, so it worked out because I don't need Nier. I've got Emperor Slime, S6, 110, plus 10 multi heal. Don't really need her, and then on top of that, we've got the horse that, I mean, he's got the same ability as her for whoosh, and then I've got Baramos for bang. So it's like, if I get her on the back end, great, but otherwise, I really needed some better zap. Like I've got Royal Reptile, but I wanted Bianca to kind of round out the box, and now I just need to get her an awakening.
Yeah, so I got Bianca myself, right? Because that was the blonde one, but I wanted to throw Nib under the bus real quick, right? I had to do it at least once. So Nib said on your podcast last week that the average person should get either two different ones just from the free tickets, right, and your little ring that you can use, or one additional awaken, so you'd have one heart on a bride, right? Well, I might just be on the low end, but I don't think so. I didn't get any. All those free tickets did not get any of the brides, right? And I saved them purposely because I was like, maybe if I get like a Deborah or Deborah, whatever you want to call her, maybe I'll use the awaken on her so she'll actually have the 3 move and like be a useful unit, right? Because she does have a lot of power behind her. Nope, didn't pull any of them. Didn't even get a snowbird.
Don't get me started on that fucking bird.
Dude, I want the bird, and I want to grind him all the way to level 100 or whatever, you know what I mean, on the battle roads and get all that free CP.
It's going. I mean, I lucked out on the paid banner. I got Deborah, but that was it. Like I did all the tickets. I had to do like an extra 10 pull just to get the fucking bird, and it's like I'm missing Nira still, but it's like, I'm not doing it. I'm waiting for Nimzo. I want Nimzo. Next week I'm grabbing him.
All right, so that basically covers all of the stuff from DQ5. Finally, right? We got all of it out. At the end of the day, how many orbs did we walk away with for free?
So we got the one from the social media event, which kind of overlapped with DQ5. There was
Yep.
the one from the story, or
Yep.
there was. Then you've got the Bjorn one, the night one. That's 4, and then the shop. That's 5. I mean, was there another one? I'm trying to think.
I think there was 5. I think Ointments gave the numbers on Discord at some point, and it was 5. But then the 3 reduced cost ones gives you 8, right? So like that's fantastic. Because you said the one from Bjorn, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So that's 5. So pretty good, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm happy about it, and it's just like we're at a point where now I don't even need to buy those reduced orbs for in the shop, but I'll probably still get them at some point before they go away.
I think,
But
yeah, it's a good place to support the game and just to take advantage of those. Obviously, this does kind of indicate future pacing, right? So we're probably going to get more orbs in the future, which is what I said from like, I wouldn't say day one, but once Chase started complaining, right, I was like, it's bound to happen. They're going to make it a less scarce resource over time. And people were like, no, they can't do that because they're $30 an orb and they can't afford for you to get a bunch of free ones because then who's going to buy orbs? It's like, I don't think anybody needs to buy orbs. That's like whale bait.
right, it was whale bait, and then you had Even I had gotten a couple from just doing the rainbows, like 30 rainbows at one point, and I was getting orbs, and then I stopped because I had enough. I didn't need to worry about them anymore. Well,
Yeah.
plus I wasn't getting some S rank units. I mean, I didn't get Curiel, I didn't get Elena, and I didn't get Dragoir. So it's like, well, my orb problem solved itself. I don't have these units, so I don't need these orbs. So that was
And I
like
said
six
that.
done.
I
Yeah,
remember saying, and I got called out, I think, by, I don't remember who. I don't want to say names because I'll get the wrong one. But somebody said, because I said, even if I had extra orbs, like I said, I need 2 orbs or 3 orbs or something,
right.
right? I said, any more than that, I wouldn't spend them. Guess what? I haven't spent my extra orbs, right? Um, I needed 2 for Sorrow and I needed 1 for Hybrid. So I spent those ones. I'm gonna sit on the rest of them and I'm doing fine. And let's play a fun game. Who would I rank up if I were to spend these orbs, right? And let's just see who the peanut gallery thinks should be ranked up, right? My options are to rank up my Draguar, right? I have a 0 awakened Draguar. I don't know if you think that's worth 2 orbs, but I guess we could do it. Dragon Lord, I did orb him way back in the day when I pulled him off a free ticket. So he only needs 1 more orb, but he has 0 awakens. My 0 awaken killing machine, my 0 awaken Bianca, my 0 awaken Giuliante, my 0 awaken Queen Slime, my 0 awaken, the hell is that thing called? Tentacles? I don't know what he's called.
Squidzilla.
Um, Squidzilla. My 0 awaken Dread Dragon. Now, this might be one that you would say, but my 1 awaken Baramos, is that who I'm supposed to double orb, right? Um, my 0 awaken Archdemon, is that what that is? Archdemon? My 0 awaken Hell Gladiator, my 3 awaken um She Slime, She Slime, right? Probably worth it. Um, this one might be actually worth it, but I'm not sure. My Slime Heart, right? I have a 1 awakened Slime Heart now because of that anniversary or that little banner for the 35th anniversary. So I could double orb him if I really wanted to. And then Emperor Slime, which might actually be the best thing I could orb, to be honest. I have a 1 awakened Emperor Slime, 1 awakened Prism Peacock, 1 awakened Metal Dragon. I heard he's going to be good, when Blossom comes out. Maybe I should orb him. My 5 fully awakened Grey Troll, right? I could double orb him for Jax. Nightclubber triple awakened, or my double awakened Grey Dragon, right? That's all I could spend my orbs on, and I'm not really interested in any of them. I'd rather wait for when I get lucky and pull a banner unit.
I mean, I'd personally wait and see if you get Nimzo. I mean, I don't.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm only going for Nimzo because he's a Dark Lord, so I mean, I'm gonna show bias there and try and grab him. But I mean, aside from that, like Baramos because he was 1 awakened, Lionheart. I don't know if I would put an orb on a 1 awakened Emperor, but you've got a chance to get him up because he's in the general pool and he'd still be a good healer for you. So there's not really a lot of good choices.
Right. So my point is, we have plenty of orbs, and if I really wanted to be greedy, I could throw away, 2 on Emperor Slime and 2 on what's his name, God Rider, whatever, Slineheart, and I would still be able to have 2 left for the next banner unit I pull. So the game's doing great things. I'm really happy with the pace of content, with the pace of orbs, with the amount of farmable units. I mean, everything's going well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a similar point where I might get Royal Reptile another upgrade. I mean, I've got extra orbs now, so it's ever since I pulled that extra one doing that little collab with Suki, I'm like, okay, he's at Awakening 4 now. I might as well up him a bit. The only
True.
other thing I would say is maybe look at your masteries and see where you're close to getting a mastery level for like units you use, and if 10 levels is going to push you over, then maybe do that because that's a little buff in itself, but that's the only other aspect I would look at for using an orb.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just kind of keep the idea where I want to keep 4 orbs. So if at any time they do one of those, like, back-to-back weeks of releasing banner units and I get super lucky and hit both of them, I can automatically fully orb them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I'll
But we're not going to
probably.
need to save any for S7, right? They've already
No,
made that like a thing, so things are looking up.
thank God. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna have to do to get S7 exactly. I haven't looked that far in, and I'm hoping like September, October's when that drops, but it could be sooner. I mean, I don't know what their timetable is. It just seems like they throw stuff at us when they feel like we're ready for it. Like rank 6 stuff came really early, and that just it took everything people looked at in the Japanese version, and it just completely just ruined it for here because, well, most of the stuff they were doing at this point was only for rank 5, so we literally broke whatever they were doing and got away with some stupid shit. It was great. It was absolutely great.
Yep, the game's pacing is fantastic. Like I couldn't imagine having to play on the Japan, right? That must have felt slow in comparison. Like I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because the build up to get to where we are now, I mean, that just, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they had some more filler events and they did some stuff, but could you imagine having to do the Giuliante event as a Japanese player the first time around before they beefed it up for him? That event was awful. Like, it's like you said earlier, it's like, well, you farmed the ghost and that was it. Like, there was no other units to farm, there was nothing else there to get, and even the shop was very lackluster.
Very true. So, all right. I think we've gotten to the point where we can move forward to our roast session. All right. I haven't done a roast before, so I'm gonna do my best. This is also one of my favorite, friends slash co-creators, and so it's gonna be hard to shit on Double Question Mark, also known as Nocturne. But I'll give you a sec to pull that up, and we'll see what we can do to make fun of him here.
Get this all set. See if we need to make this a little bit bigger.
So real quick, can you remind everybody, Nocturne, like how much money per month you kind of spend, like what kind of bracket you're in? Are you a really low spender? I believe you are. I believe you're like, I want to say you do the passport, and that's like it.
I mean, he told me he spent like 120 bucks Canadian since he's been playing the game.
But that including the passport though? Because the passport is like 5 a month, which like that's $60 right there. That's like half of that.
I don't know. I don't know if that is including that.
Yeah, so if you include that and the dollar pack day one, and then these three new orbs is another 45. That's almost his whole budget right there. Yeah, including the pass. All right, so yeah, to me you're a free to play player, basically.
Yeah.
I don't look at the passport as being a paid player. Yeah, and of course bought the metal card sale. Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
So right off the bat, he's already ranked 25. He's got 36k gems ready to go for a half anniversary. He's got
Jelly.
about 115k gold. Not bad. Not
I
bad.
told
Right?
everybody gold is not a problem. All right.
I mean, he's free to play and he's got plenty of gold, so that's.
It's showing you something. I like that his cell service says freedom. That's fantastic.
Well, he is from a
He's from
country that
Canada.
needs it, so
Yeah.
poor guy.
Wait, yeah, I'm confused. Like, why are you talking about Canadian? I thought for sure you were from a different country.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
it Canadian?
I
No.
said, well, I don't know.
No, I'm thinking of Insane. It lives in Chile. Was originally from Venezuela. Who else? He is from Canada. Okay. He's in college and he has no money. No worries. You found a way to get the $5. I tell people, like, man, go pick bottles if you need $5.
Shit.
Like, there's no excuse to not get the freaking five to double your gold outcome like per month. It's crazy.
Is he still top one for Undead CP? Damn.
Oh wow, that is kind of cool. I didn't know he was. I need to grind like at least one of those, right? I wonder if I could do nature. Well, no, you do nature, right? Damn it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I could
I've
probably
got
grab
nature
if you
and I've
didn't.
got dragon. Good luck on those.
Yeah. I'll probably go for top three on nature because like I have my hybrid like double orbed. Most people don't, and there's just not a lot of great options for nature.
Yeah, if I see you creeping up on the board, I'm S6ing that hybrid, so fuck you.
All right. My goal is now to make you S6 your hybrid. All
Oh,
right.
motherfucker.
What else do we have for arena? Rank 20, like God, it's good.
I did shitty this
What
week.
what week was that? Round 9. So that was 2 weeks ago.
I think so, yeah. 2 weeks ago, it's not bad at all. Physical
That's
upgrade.
really good. Um, let's see. 57th in CP. He's 57th in CP.
Isn't he higher than
Oh
you?
no,
Or
no! Get out of here! No, I'm like almost top 20.
okay. I'm about to say, if you're losing to him, that's pretty
Disrespect
bad.
my name like that. No, but that is insane given the amount of money he spent. I've spent more than that. Um,
Let's look at his bucks.
oh,
Well,
I have seen Taiwan #1 before. I love the name, so shout
Taiwan no
out.
one.
I'm a big fan of Taiwan. You know, let them not be a real country for as long as possible. Go Taiwan. Um, so look at those hybrid Sauruses, right? I think he has one more Awaken on hybrid than I whatever you call it, halberd Saurus than I
He's
have.
got him to 4. He's getting a similar situation with his Emperor Slime, which is sad because that's a good unit.
Let's look at his S6 choices. All right, I'm gonna have to call you out. What is with Deborah? Like, you just got a boner for her or something? You S6'd her at 0 awakens. It looks like you used your ring on her because you have none of the other waifus. You didn't hit the 22%er that Nib says is basically guaranteed to freaking hit off free tickets. Um, all right, what else
Fuck.
do we got? Wow, you got super lucky with freaking Dragon Lord Trueform. That's fantastic.
I mean, personally, he should have just taken one of those orbs and put it on Emperor. Like, why didn't he do that? Like, he could have left her at S5 because he doesn't know if he's still going to get an upgrade for her and put one on Emperor for S6. That would have been the first thing I would have saw there.
Wait, he's gonna blow all of his freaking I can't remember what is that called, that unit. We've been farming them forever. Master metals. He's gonna blow all his master metals on Deborah to get her one awakened. Hey, if she's your favorite unit in the game, go for it. But we have to find something to roast you about, and it has to be the BDSM girl.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to step on stuff, I guess that's okay.
I mean, he is a college kid. Maybe it's more appealing when you're young. Oh
Let's.
man, I'm freaking getting salty. He's got the snowbird, dude.
Yeah, well. I got the snowbird too. He's already got to 100, so he didn't make the mistake of trying to wait to pull the bird and to go back in. So he did that
Ooh.
right.
But he made your mistake with Slon. He's been freaking leveling up Slon. Rookie mistake. I have a level 1 Slon because I know he's going to have a BR. And I also looked up the other BR units. So I'm saving them as well to get as much EXP as possible. But shout out for getting a Rochi. I'm mad.
Yeah, he got a
Man.
Roshi before you. You're a scrub.
Dude, I am a scrub.
Although I feel bad because he's only got a base armored scorpion. That's a really good unit. I would have at least used some of the nature crystals to awaken one him.
Awaken 1 is kind of useless, but the second one is very useful. I used my nature crystals to get the Awaken 2.
But maybe he'll pick it up at the half anniversary, hopefully.
Yeah, if you ever get that to Awaken 1, please use 30 natures. Like, they're useless. Like, what are you going to do with those? And we got 30 from some event shop.
So let's see here. He's got a lot of A5s. He doesn't really A6 them. He's got the Serpent. He definitely doesn't have a dupe on him, but most people don't. That thing is awful. I'd probably A6 the Ghost. I mean, especially since you're doing Undead Leaderboard, I'd get that Ghost up
That's
to
a
A6.
good point. Yeah, and why have you not done Armful, right? Undead leaderboard and a useful unit, right? Why haven't you done King Bubble Slime, right? He likes that extra defense, extra HP.
Realistically, it's only going to cost you, on the worst end, 12 tries to get enough rank up materials for him, like from hard mode. And that's assuming you pull all ones. You still have a chance to get 2 or 3 on the dupe. So, I mean, you can get it within 40 to 120 stam to get the hard mode materials for him. It's the irises that are going to set you back a little bit, but I would just pick and choose on those and just work on dead.
All right, what do we got? Really good BR farming, right? He's gotten a lot of the value out of that.
He's gotten that taken care of. I mean, he's even gotten the
Stop leveling up these B units. Wait for their battle road to come out next week.
Let's see here.
You have little irises. You didn't farm the double drop that happened for 4 days right before this event? What are you doing, you scrub? What did you do? Get books? Yeah. And what is going on with this A5 Hellion? I was actually just salty. I was concentrating that me and him have the same number of awakenings on our Hellion, even though I've probably done twice as many pulls or something.
Oh shit, you're right. It is A5. Why?
I don't know. Maybe he just saw the future. He was Nick's leveling. He's like Slon's better, so I'm waiting for Slon to come
He's
in.
like, fuck that Helion. I don't need him.
Great job having like all your C's A6'd. That's
Yeah, he's
smart.
got all these guys done. He's waiting for the next battle road for some of those B ranks. He definitely didn't farm some of the older events, like the Fog's only one. He didn't even get a duplicate on the other little guy when he came out, the Shell Slime. Let's see what else here. Like a lot of the old stuff's ranked up, though, at least he's got.
Wait, I just clicked on something else. A cat video. All right, let me
Ah!
get back.
Oh, Wank sent you a cat video? Let's see. Okay, he maxed out those guys from the last event. That's good. I mean, he's got a lot of solid awakenings on a lot of the old world content, as I call it.
He's got one orb. All right. How old are these pictures? Is this before the? No, this can't be before the new event. He had a bunch of stuff. You should have more orbs though, right? So you just got to go through the
Oh,
stuff to get those extra orbs.
he's got enough irises to do several of the undead. It only takes 5 a pop, so I mean, he could easily get A6 on a couple of those undead units to max out some more CP there. And then he's
Yeah.
got enough for 1 rank up right now, and I mean, you only have to do it five times in the low end, and that's 2 undead units to A6 right there. So
We need more of these silver. I can't remember what they're called. The orbs, right? The rule of thumb is you want at least 150 of each. So you need some dragons, you need some mystery, you need some beast, you need a lot of hero ones, some nature ones.
I mean, his surplus is definitely running low in some areas, but at the same time, we're not getting too many more new units. I think this event definitely depleted people because there's 10 for this time around, but
Well, let me look at what mine looks like, because maybe I'm just talking trash and I don't even know that I've spent all of mine.
oh,
But
he's got a mid-heal scroll just to mock you. That's all he
I have a
has.
mid-heal scroll, all right? Listen, I haven't spent my new one, and I never will. I'm saving it forever. All right, because I'm not going to spend it on the wrong unit again and become a meme of the community. No, thank you. All right, I have enough memes, and none of them are Lawliet #1 best player. All right, that's not my
Lawliet
meme.
Hybrid best player.
Like at least your meme is you're the #1 player, right? Like that's a good meme to have.
I'll keep that. Yeah, he farmed the books. It looks like he farmed a decent amount. I'm assuming that he also pushed up some of his stuff to high end on the skills, and these are like on the back end. So that was his trade-off. Instead of like more irises, he went for more books. Yeah, he's got a good surplus. He's got a really good surplus.
I also forgot that like most of the people in the chat are not from America. I was like, why do we have so many people watching us on the 4th of July? Like, shouldn't you be out watching fireworks somewhere? But then I forgot like everybody's from other countries. They're like 4th of July. No one gives a shit about that over here. All right. All right. And to prove that I could talk shit, all right, I have 150 or more of all the silver orbs other than Beast. I have 116. So I'm back at my trash talk. All right. So let me get up, caught up to you. Yeah, a little low on books. Actually, just A books, right? Everything else looks good.
Yeah, everything else looks. He's probably been using those to level up because I mean he's got a good surplus on the C's and the B's.
Most of his A6 units have full. What A6 units? I didn't even see any. What
He had a
units do
couple.
you have A6? Yeah. But no, it is good to have the plus 10 skills, of course. Oh, most of your S6. That makes way more sense. Okay, and that's better. He has more Orochi maps than I have on my account, and I haven't bought an Orochi yet, so that's a fun fact.
Yeah, that's sad of you. He's got
He's got 2
105 mini
gold
medals.
trophies. That's awesome for the arena. 2 gold arena trophies, 7 silver ones. Is silver? What's silver?
Silver's like 100 to 500, I think.
Okay, top 500. Solid. So he's gotten in every week as of when he took this photo, he had gotten top 500.
At
Really
least,
good.
yeah. And then 2 weeks he got in the top 100 or top 50. I'm
He has
surprised.
1,500 arena tokens. That's pretty
And then he
awesome.
already had the halberd to 4, so he's like 900 away from max awaken at that point. Or maybe a
Um,
little bit more, because, well, let's see, it's weight 4, so 8, 16, 24,
you have a
32.
lot of fragments. Have you never spent a fragment on anything? Like pretty jelly. Like, how do you get 91 hero fragments? Jeez.
Well, you could easily get her
Well,
done.
he must have cashed out. Or no, those aren't heroes. Sorry, he has 71 heroes. He has 91 of the question marks,
Yeah, he
which
did cash out because he's only got 2 of the medals themselves when I look back
oh,
over, so he's definitely
good
cashed out at some
eye.
point.
That makes me feel better because I was like, man, I only have like 60 and I've never even spent them. Mastery levels. What's up with this dragon mastery? Scrub.
This
Now I wonder
Dark
what
Lord
mine.
isn't even gold yet.
His undead is. It must be like the highest. What's your undead?
Let me look. That's a good question.
Because if he's #1 leaderboard, you'd think he would have the highest
Well,
mastery.
he's only beat me because I don't have Tormented Soul. I would have had him. I didn't
Mine's
get him.
higher. I have a higher
Let's see.
undead family level than him. Dude, now I got to go. All right, Nocturne. I can't roast you because there's like so few things you made a mistake about on your account, but I can take away your #1 spot on undead CP. All right, and I'm coming for you.
See, I'm 23 on Undead, but I am missing 1 unit, so I would be 24.
And his dragon is 1 master rank higher than mine, so that's. I was talking trash about that. Sorry.
So Dragon, you can get to 22 right now, maybe 23.
I'm on 19, but I'm only 8 away from 20. I'll get 20 like tonight. I'll go
Maybe I
clean that up.
should S6 my Rural Reptile. That'll get me 10, and then I
Ooh,
can
he has
get...
105 mini medals. Like, more power
Yeah.
to you, man. I only have the 102. I don't even know where the other 3 come from. They're probably in like hidden in levels or something, but fantastic job.
I mean, otherwise, his ranks are pretty good. I mean,
Look at those
Slime...
completes. Like, this guy is a completionist. Like, if you scroll down to the event, everything says complete. Like, I don't even care
No, I don't...
about that
Yeah,
stuff.
I just don't
Somebody
even...
throwing up? Was that the cat throwing up? Yeah, it was.
Poor kitty.
Yeah, it's still throwing up.
It's not my cat.
Can you guys hear that? Oh, it's
No.
disgusting. Well, you know what cats throwing up sounds
Yes. Yes.
like. It's
Yep, all these completes. He's got...
better than one of our kids throwing up. I mean,
He's got all his icons. He's got his gear. I'm looking through.
holy, she's struggling, man. Ugh.
Ah, here we go. Achievements. Let's see where he's at with these. 178 units. That's not bad. He's got 1,000 rank ups.
What's up with the? Did he favorite a bunch of stuff? Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, does that change the algorithm when you use the recommended? Because if so, somebody needs to tell me that because I've never wasted my time favoriting anything, but I
Uh,
might just be making a mistake.
I don't even. I've never favored anything, and I also don't even hit the recommended because the recommended is a trap. It's an absolute trap. I would never recommend anything because it's just like. It's what those cheaters did in Arena. It's like, oh, let me just recommend some stuff. So then your Devil Moth has an inorganic hammer. It's like, oh, this works out. Like, no.
Yeah, all these missions look really good. I don't think there's anything else I can roast him on. I hit him as hard as I could, all right? I held nothing back.
He's got a decent amount of gold. I mean, recruit-wise, 2,400 recruits is kind of low since you've been playing since day 1.
I can roast him on his profile pic, I think, because forever I've wondered why you have like a crescent moon as your profile pic. So feel free to defend yourself right now, but I've thought that since day one. Also, second thing I'm going to roast you on is why your name in Discord isn't the same as your name on YouTube. Got to fix that. One way or the other, be Nocturne or be double question mark. And if you stay double question mark, I would like you to add a third question mark so we can call you Mystery so that it's more thematic to DQT. Yeah, these are all the roasts I got, man.
Hysterical.
And for anybody who doesn't know who either Nocturne or Double Question Mark is, he's like one of the OG members, been really helpful. He's a cure slime.
Great thumbnails.
Yes, great thumbnails. Always very helpful. Very positive. Unlike some people I know that are doing a podcast with me right now. But, no, I can't talk enough shit. He's a great guy.
Speaking of which, of people who we can talk shit about, did Platt ever do like a video on the arena cheating or anything? I don't even remember him doing anything.
Not that I saw, but I mean, it sounds horrible, but I don't watch anyone's content anymore unless you make a guide.
That makes sense.
Actually, I can't say that. I watch your podcast. But that's kind of cheating because that's like two of my friends having a podcast, which I guess Platt and Chase having a podcast would be two of my friends having a podcast. I don't know why, but I can't explain why, but I don't enjoy watching my old podcast. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, because it was better back then. It's like you're watching a train wreck at that point. It's kind of sad. Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to be back and doing it. Platt's fun to do it with. He's cheating on me with another man and doing a podcast about Arena, I guess, on Sundays. He'll probably be doing that as soon as we get offline here.
That's funny. You just called Pac Platt again.
Oh, did I? I called him like 3 times during our podcast. It's a hard thing to break.
You haven't done it to me, which is good.
No, I don't think if your name started with a P, maybe I'd mess it up.
I guess.
I don't even think of, like, I don't know, the closest person to you, and you would hate this and you're going to be mad, but is probably Chase. Like, he's the closest personality to you in the
fuck's
community.
sakes. Well, unlike Chase, I actually get shit done. All my fucking rattling on about arena cheating, and those guys are no longer in the top 20 anymore. So, mission accomplished.
Really cool.
Mission accomplished, motherfuckers.
And to be fair, most people don't know old Kage from, like, the days way back before he had a YouTube channel, right? But I look at new Chase as very similar to old Kage.
Oof.
But luckily you weren't dumb enough to make videos and say all the shit you were saying.
Oh, God, no. I just troll people on the Discord. I'm like...
Yeah. But you used to troll people hard because when you don't have a face or a name or a personality to put to somebody, man, like reading and understanding what they're saying is tough. And it's so easy to get Rick trolled, right? Hard.
Oh, those people fucking hated me. And then they made memes about me, and I'm like, yay, these memes are great. I'm going to post these up everywhere.
No, absolutely. Anything else you want to talk about before we close it down?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So the arena cheaters are taken care of. I pulled on some banners because Malcolm said that there's going to be an announcement after 4th of July in regards to it. So I'm like, I'm waiting to see what that announcement is. And since those guys are gone, it's like, I'm happy now. It's like they've removed them. Now they just need to compensate me somehow, which...
Yep.
What are they going to do, like, for compensation? Like, are they going to give us arena medals? Are they going to give us something else? Like,
gems are the way to go, because, like Pac brought up, like, arena medals kind of even the playing field too much. Like, for the people who are really close to having, like, the 5 Awaken Halberd Saurus, if they give us too many arena medals, then I'm going to have a 5 Awaken Halberd Saurus, right? And it just kind of removes the prestige from that, and I guess that really matters to some people. I want gems. I'd be happy with gems.
I mean, I'll take whatever. It doesn't matter. If they give medals, big whoop. The way I look at it is then my wife gets a free Halberd Saurus, and she gets to run around with it, so why not, you know? she gets to have, like, the best dragon unit in game. And doesn't even really do arena yet. So it's like, yeah, here you go. Like,
well, that's the other thing is the amount, right? Because if it's 1,000 arena medals or 1,000 gems, I'd rather have 1,000 arena medals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd take 1,000
right?
arena
like,
medals over 1,000
arena medals
gems.
are just way more valuable than gems.
Unless they're going to do, like, a 10 pull. Like, they give you 3K gems. Like here you can go, you can do a free 10 pull, I guess.
I think what's best for them, like if they gave everybody 10 extra Nimzo tickets, right? That would be better than, like, not better than 3,000 gems, because that allows you to have the selection of choice, right? But for
Right.
them, it makes you feel like you got 3,000 gems, but it's kind of just pushing you towards their new unit. And I
Which
don't
I'm
know.
gonna roll on anyway because it's a Dark Lord, so I'm pulling on him. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I mean he's super dope, and nobody would be upset for getting him. So I think it's kind of a good constellation. Is give him 10 Ninja tickets.
I mean, is he good? I mean, I really don't know much about him other than the fact that he's like Dragon Quest V villain. He looks like a Namek until he transforms, and I think he has some Frizz abilities. I really don't look ahead too much.
I mean, at this point in the game, he's going to be like a top 5 or 6 unit. I think definitely top 10. So like nobody would be upset for getting him, and everybody's got the orbs to get him up, right? So I'd be pretty excited to get him. I won't, because I have the worst luck ever. I
Shit.
won't. I won't even pull a snowbird out of this.
Well, at least you have until like August to pull a Snowbird.
Right, but it's not like I'm going to use my tack points, right? Because when Nimzo comes out, I'm pulling on Nimzo. I'd rather have him, right? And when a Stark comes out, I'm pulling on a Stark. Like, it's just, there's no time to go back and get the Snowbird.
And the 6th anniversary banner too, which I guess the bird will be in there, so maybe you can get him from
Yeah,
there.
there's a
But
really low chance, yeah, of getting him. Because there's, like, they didn't increase the odds of getting an A rank, so it's just, there's, you have, what, a 15% chance to get any A rank in the game, including banners, but you still have the old pool and every banner unit.
that's a pretty fucked up grab bag. I mean, that I'm not looking forward to that because I've got most of the old world stuff, so there's very little I'm gonna actually get out of there that's gonna be benefit to me unless I hit on a banner or something. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean you are guaranteed like a banner A, I think, at one of the points in that, and a banner S at the end, right? So like, I mean that's the consolation, and we do get 100 free pulls on it, which is fantastic. So I don't know, I don't want to be negative about it. Like I'm really excited for the event.
Well, no, it's
And
good for like newer players, but for people who've been playing since day one, like Alti's gonna pull on that banner, and like realistically, how much is he gonna get out of that banner?
for the last 2 months, Alti has strategically not been maxing out his units because he figured out that this banner's coming, and then an anniversary banner is going to come, right? And he's going to end up getting an extra copy of all these banner units.
Hopefully, it's a pretty big
Well,
gamble.
well, I mean, he doesn't lose out on much, right? Because there'll be a rerun banner someday, and all he's doing is limiting the odds that he gets a blank. Nobody wants to get a blank.
No, I
banner
was like,
X unit.
even when I took that risk with those DQ35, I'm like, please God, no Zoma, no Baramos, give me everything else. Like, give me a Slineheart, give me a Queen Slime, whatever. I'll take anything else. And it's like, okay, the game did that for me. Ugh.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm trying to check today's leaderboards to see, because are they on the leaderboards today, or are there
So
no
it won't
leaderboards
be
yet?
until tomorrow because Arena just started. I still have to do mine for today.
You're right.
So
I
then
haven't done mine
we'll know
either.
for tomorrow. But they weren't in the top 24 last week, so they I whatever they did. I mean, they're gonna tell us more soon. But they've been gone for a couple of days, so somebody
Yeah,
did something. Thank you.
everybody, we're gonna be on the lookout. Post like what your rank is and whether or not you see them tomorrow, please. Once the post goes up in Kage's Discord, we'll try to hunt them down and see if they're around. If they're not, I mean,
Because I want
we'll
them
all be more
banned. I
happy.
want these motherfuckers gone. I mean, I
Yes,
don't want them
exactly.
just, oh well, we took away your tools. No, I want them kneecapped. Like you guys have like cheated this game. You got a bunch of stuff for free. You came in there and you walked all over a bunch of people who've spent time and money on the game. I mean, fuck you. And that reminds me, what was that one guy's name? Like one guy like tried to like really like defend him and be like, oh well, what if they're not
Gil,
cheating?
Chester,
Like
like
oh, I roasted that motherfucker. I'm like, no, like this is look. If anybody who's been playing this game, you take a look at this. If you can replicate their results on video for me, go for it. But these people weren't. None of these guys were doing any matches. They weren't doing anything, and like ever since I told him off, it's like he just like disappeared. He's gone. It's like,
Yeah,
he
and
left
to be
town.
fair, Phil's a good guy. He's a smart guy. He posts some good stuff on Reddit. He had one bad take, and we're gonna burn him forever on it. But if you're out there, Gil, you're a good guy, and I like 99% of the stuff you put out. But I still stand strong. All right, I got 3 lists of demands, and it sounds like the first one is gonna get taken care of. I said within 2 weeks, I needed something saying, giving us information about this. So.
And
I'm
that's
really
coming.
excited.
I think
that
4th
that's
of July
coming.
slowed that down, but should be after. So, maybe in a
So
day or
I'm not
two
gonna
we'll have
to quit
that.
the game, which will be nice because I've put a ton of time and effort into the game, and I don't want to leave. I felt like I needed to make some large expression to bring up how much it disgusted me that this was happening, not just obviously in the arena, but also in PvE, where people are just for free clearing all the content in the game, which some of us have put hundreds of hours into grinding and
Right,
getting
watching that
those.
Orochi 10 clear with F rank units, that pissed me off. Like, I went off on the fucking deep end. I'm like, okay.
All right, so awesome. Well, thank you for having me on. This was an absolute blast. Thank you for whoever made this background. Was Insane
Oh, it was
made
insane.
the
Yeah,
background.
Insane
Yeah,
did
way
it.
to go, Insane. Also, if you guys catch me on Discord, I am InsanEvil, so I actually made this background, and it's been a blast doing this with you, man.
This has been fucking great, and I hate all of you guys for changing all your names. Nobody's gonna know who anybody is.
That's true. Everybody who's new comes in, they're like, "What is going on? Who is everyone?" But people will get bored in a week, and everybody's names will be back to normal.
Yeah, it's true. Except Kirby. Kirby will try and impersonate me again. I'll have to slap him around.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is he still? Yeah, I think he's still Kage right now.
No, no, I fixed that pretty quick. I'm like, no, oh, no, motherfucker, you're not doing that to me.
You don't come into my house and take my name.
Now, if he wants to go impersonate Chase on the main Discord, I'm okay with that.
Oh boy, don't give people ideas. Oh my word. Case has got enough on his plate, man. Live and let live is what somebody's saying.
Apparently he's been behaving, so from nobody's like said he's like ready to burn down the house or anything. So
No, I mean he was streaming the event today. He seems happy with the game, which is all we wanted from him, right? We just we want our content creators to be happy about the game or at least enjoy playing it. That's the bare minimum. You must enjoy playing the game if you're going to make content.
right, because if you don't like the game, what's the point? I mean, why would you spend months playing this just to hate it? Like that's
Right.
there's
And of
people
course,
in
we all remember
relationships like
Laval,
that.
right? And Laval had this hate relationship with the game where he was stuck on. I wish I could remember the game, but it was like Summoner's War or something. And he would always be like, "But in Summoner's War, we do it this way." And it's like, dude, go play Summoner's War. Like, no
Right,
one's
it's
stopping
like,
you. Get the fuck out of
okay,
my Discord.
yeah,
Like,
you've got this gotcha that's been around for like 10 years now or whatever. It's got a formula down. That's your game. Go play that. Like, it's just FF14 like that doesn't wait, he was trying to compare an MMORPG to a mobile gotcha?
he definitely was talking about Summoner's War at one point. Like, he might play a lot of different games. You know what I mean? But. And I don't remember anything about his theories. Like, I know he used to go off the freaking deep end on stuff, and I would just walk into the middle of it, and I would just immediately close Discord. I'm just, nope.
I'm like, hey, I like the tower theory, whatever he's talking about, and he's just like over there like, this guy. I hate this guy. It's what he's thinking.
I blocked him really early. I remember I got really upset, and I told Rise, I was like, Rise, you need to get this guy out of here. He's garbage. He hates the game, whatever. And he's like, I don't think anything he said is really that off-put. And I was like, Rise, why are you freaking, and I think he's from like one of those very like neutral countries, so it's hilarious.
Sweden or something.
Yeah, he's from like Sweden. And I was like, why do you have to be so freaking Swedish about this? You know what I mean? I'm like, God.
Well, they eventually got rid of him. I mean, something. I don't know what he did, but But other than that, we haven't really had anybody. This community's been pretty solid. I mean, I've tried to derail it a couple of times, and these guys just don't want that at all. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, the 3 worst people that ever were in the community since I've been here, and I know there might have been some people slightly before that. I joined like week 2. Well, Rise kicked Laval like a month after I wanted him kicked, to be fair. I blocked him and I never even knew he got, because he was like, why don't you just block him? And I was like, oh, I forgot you could do that. Like, I felt really dumb. But the three worst people ever, I think, number one, the very most toxic person was Laval. Easy. Off the top, most toxic possible person.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Number two, old school Kage. Most toxic person. All right. People wanted you banned. Easy. Number three, Chase, right? Two of those people are friends of mine, not Laval. For the record,
Two of those people, not Laval. Laval doesn't have any friends. He lives in a log cabin somewhere with a typewriter.
So considering that two of the three worst people in the community I consider my friends, it's not that bad. It's a great place to hang out. And if anybody's watching this for some reason this deep into this podcast and is thinking about playing the game, or putting money into the game, or getting more serious about engaging in Reddit and Discord, etc., I would recommend it. It's one of the funnest places to be. A lot of adults, even some young adults, somebody like, we didn't roast Nocturne on the fact that he's like 20. Like, but even our young people are pretty mature, except for Shane's. Love you, Shane's. You're 12.
Yeah, he's like too young to be in the Discord. He's got that's going to be something one day we'll have to do a podcast on, is the psychological effects of gotchas with minors and what it did to them exactly.
Yeah, you start with a gambling addiction real young. But all right, I got to get out of here. I was only supposed to be on here for an hour. My wife is not bugging me, but I'm sure she's thinking that she wishes I would get off of here.
Yeah, it's normally an hour, but I figured with you I could definitely keep you for like another 15, 20 minutes, and mission succeeded.
Easy. I'm a sucker. You probably could have kept me for another hour, but
I
should get out of here. All right, thanks for having me, and I hope you guys all have a great night.
Take care, Lawliet. All right, guys, we're going to close it out here. I'll see you again next week. Hopefully Nib will be back at that point. I know with the holidays it was kind of hard to get him on, family, things of that nature, but we'll take down those missing posters next week. Anyway, take care, guys. See ya.